Hey folks, back with another vid. This time it's a sword review, in case you couldn't tell. We're doing a review on Darksword Armoury's 10th century Oslo Viking sword, according to the website. 10th to 11th century, crafted from 5160 high carbon steel. It's an inspiring medieval weapon, well balanced, fierce Viking weapon of choice. I'm trying to read through a little bit of the website, you can probably tell. It's total length of 37 inches with a 31-inch blade, 2 inches wide at the base. It's a beast. It's rather heavy, 2 pounds 7 ounces, and a one-handed 31-inch blade sword. It's a bit of a learning curve. It's a straight edge sword. I'm rather used to curved swords, Japanese swords, so it's not my first straight edged sword, but it is a first one-handed straight edge sword I've had, I think. It's tricky. It came from Darksword Armoury, sharpened, quote unquote sharpened. It was a miserable edge. It was very steep, flat angle, belt sanded on, clearly a belt sander edge, and it didn't meet. It wasn't a sharp edge. It didn't even meet as an edge, you know. It wasn't even burred, it wasn't finished. So I spent some time and I did both edges on the work sharp Ken Onion. I removed the guard from the work sharp and kind of free-handed it. And gradually started getting more aggressive with the angle, laying it back a little more, and a little more and a little more. And eventually I got it to where both edges are cutting paper, somewhat. I don't know if I'm glaring the camera, I hope not. But so I ended up putting a convex edge, more or less. Or it is a convex edge. And mirror polished it on both sides, obviously. And I committed to, you can probably see it in the camera light, yeah, for sure. From right here up, basically the main business edge of the sword. I committed to getting that edge really sharp, and I figured if I can get some satisfaction out of that edge, it'd give me some encouragement to put the hours into, and it's hours. This thing is, brings me to my next point. This is differentially hardened to a Rockwell of 60 at the edge and 50 at the core. It is definitely hard at the edge. You can kind of see it in the right light. I almost think you can see the temper line like you can on a katana, almost like a hamon. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a project, and I'm going to show a little bit of cutting footage. It was truly test cutting, not so much pleasure cutting, although it was fun when it works. When it goes through the targets properly, there's a milk carton cut towards the end of this little montage of cuts. It's a short montage, just bear with it. And the milk carton cut, the one that worked, was awesome. It just flew through it like it wasn't there, like it's supposed to. The ones that don't work, I said to my buddy, it feels like hitting a sandbag with a piece of rebar. It's just brutal. And when it works, it's beautiful, and when it doesn't, it's miserable. But we all know that. Anyone who's did a bit of backguard cutting knows that it's frustrating almost when you make those swings. But I know it's me. I know the sword can cut. The sword is sharp enough, it cuts paper. It's not a round handle. It is definitely an oval shaped handle. Let me get this in the camera. It's not a round handle. However, it's not really, it looks more oval than it actually feels. It feels round. And it's a little tricky to get the edge lined up. Plus, I'm not a huge man. I'm not small, I'm 6'2". My grip is pretty big, but you can see I fill it out. And when you're swinging, this kind of digs into your palm a little bit. I don't know if the camera's blacked out there or what, but yeah, so it's a bit tricky. And it's me, it's just a lack of practice, which is kind of what I was doing, putting a little bit of practice in, and also testing my edge, make sure that I've got it as sharp as I need it. It takes a lot of work, and I mean, It was a very steep, it was a very, very steep angle. I've laid it back a little. The more you work it, the more you lay it back, the wider that bevel's obviously going to look on the sword, but the better it should theoretically cut. But like I said, I just wanted to get it up and running so it's not a wall hanger. I know it's more capable of that than that. So yeah, I'm going to go to a little bit of cutting video here now, and I'll be back afterwards and we'll clear this video up. I won't keep you forever. Accuracy.
So what are you going to do if you're satisfied with it? You'll do the rest of the edge?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll know I can keep working on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Not bad.
No?
It's not where I'm trying to hit him. Think about it. It's hard with a one-handed sword. These are actually pretty easy. Seems like it'd be hard. That's a nice one.
It is, yeah.
Again. Way better. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a few cuts on some of my favorite targets, gradually moving my way up through difficulty. The Tim Hortons cups and the small plastic water bottles are pretty easy. The milk cartons are brutal. The milk cartons are actually pretty tough, the ones around here anyway, with the wax. Especially you keep them for a while, they get a bit soggy, you fill them up with water. If you get them, they're easy when you get them on the right angle, but if you don't, they're unforgiving. They're my new nemesis. So stay tuned, I got more videos coming up, and I'm going to try and get and do a few more cut tests on things so I can make the videos a bit more interesting than just a blade review. You can go to Darksword Armoury, I'll leave a link in the description. Go to Darksword Armoury, this sword retails for $410 US as it sits. A lot of the money goes to this beautiful sheath. The leather work is off the charts. I don't know if they do this in-house or what, but the leather work is absolutely beautiful. It doesn't come with the belt crisscrossed around the scabbard like this. I did that myself. I saw a picture of it on Cult of Athena, and the guy had wrapped it around it just kind of loosely, and I thought, well, that's pretty cool. I think I can do better than that. Nice steel shape on the end of it, nice brown leather to match the cord wrapped leather handle, and I'll leave you with a few nice close-up high-res photos of the engraving work, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.